Welcome to a floral slimline card set tutorial. I'm Charee Filimoehala here at the G45 headquarters, and today I'm going to teach you how to create a set of gorgeous dimensional slimline cards. These have been created for us this month by Ropp of My Sister Scrapper. And if you know Ginger's work, you know that she always goes above and beyond creating just the most delightful cards and mini albums. So today I'm going to teach you how to create these cards using our Well Groomed 8x8 paper pad, our Well Groomed chipboard, as well as these great slimline card bases that come with 6 bases and 6 envelopes. You'll also be getting our brand new G45 flower assortments. These are in shades of red, and you get 81 assorted pieces in here, including these green leaves and pieces. You'll be getting the red flowers and some really great butterflies and some flower centers as well. So they're a lot of fun to work with, and I'm excited to show you all the possibilities of creating with these. So of course, you can pick up this kit by hopping on over to our website, G45papers.com, or you can head over to your local scrapbook store and pick these up. And in this tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to create 3 different dimensional cards, and then using those templates, I'll show you examples of what you can do with your leftover pieces, creating a total of 6 cards with this one kit. So you've got to love that, and you've got to love the possibilities of what we're about to do. So we encourage you to grab your supplies. Even if they're not from our kit, you can grab your own flower die cuts and learn along with us and learn some great techniques. So grab your stuff and let's start creating some fun cards. To start our creative card journey today, I'm just going to be referencing this project sheet. It does come along with your kit, but also if you're just playing along with us with your supplies at home, you can find this on our website at G45papers.com. Go up to that inspiration tab on the right and scroll down to project sheets, and then you will find this Well Groomed floral slimline card set project sheet that you can refer to. You can use again with other collections because it has all the dimensions and everything you need in there. And then it also has any extra special directions along with notes and your tools and supply list that you're going to need. Card number 1 features this beautiful cat and the Hello Beautiful statement. You can see we've got some really great floral dimension going on the front and some nice simple decoration on the inside. So the first thing we're going to want to do is trim our card bases. We are creating slimline cards, but we are going to make them a tiny bit shorter than a traditional slimline card. So we are going to trim off 1/4 of an inch from the longer side. So currently they are at 8.5 inches, and we want it to be 8.25 inch because the papers we're using are from the 8x8 paper pad. So this will just make everything look a little more cohesive and work together. So we are going to do that with all 6 of our card bases that we will be using today. And if you're creating your own card bases from scratch, you are going to be, you'll cut your papers so they are 7 inches by 8.25, and then score at 3.5 inches on the 7-inch side. So you end up with this nice long slimline card base. Card 1, step 1. We are going to take this perfect paper and we're going to cut our first piece to be 8 inches by 3.25 and our second to be 7.75 by 3 inches. Step 2, we'll cut cutie pie to those same dimensions, so 8 inches by 3.25 and 7.75 by 3 inches. We're going to flip over our cutie pie and adhere the floral side up on our blue polka dot paper. So I'm taking my smaller of the cutie pie pieces and using my favorite liquid adhesive, the Art Glitter Glue, to adhere this down. Of course, for this step, you could use any adhesive that you prefer. And then adhere this to the front center of your card. making sure that all of your adhesive is getting to all of those corners and you're pushing out any air bubbles. And then if you have any excess adhesive, you can always take a damp towel or paper towel and wipe up the edges. And then we are going to reverse that for the inside of our card. So our floral, our cutie pie, will be on the bottom and the polka dot on the top. And then just adhere to the inside of your card base. Now, this project might look familiar to some of you club subscribers, and we're not creating this one now, but if you're looking for a tutorial, you can find that in the description below. But I'm using this box right now, taking the lid off, to put all of my flower assortments in. I love this box or something similarly shaped for putting in my ephemera assortments or my flower die cut pieces. They act as a really great tray so I don't lose anything, and it's also not so frustrating looking for just the right pieces that we're going to be using. So of course you can use any of the flower pieces you want and really customize this and make it your own. But I'm gonna use the second to smallest, darkest red flower piece that has the nice holes in the center of those petals. And if you want to go the extra mile, you can always ink up those edges. But that step and inking is always left up to you, of course. Next, I'm going to grab a set of leaves and add adhesive to the back. And that's going to go down first on my card in that bottom right-hand corner, and then add adhesive to our flower piece, and that's going to layer just over the top, and then add your yellow flower center. You can see this one's been inked and this one hasn't, so you can choose which one you like more. I did get a little carried away with ink on this one too, so you can always do a little lighter job. Step 5, from a scrap of cutie pie, we are going to cut this piece to be 3 inches by 1 7/8. And then we're going to adhere this Hello Beautiful chipboard on the top. But you can see it's got these little nubs left over from being stuck in the chipboard pack. So I'm just going to take a nail file and file down those. And then if you'd like, again, you can always ink your edges. And now that this is all beautified and ready to go, we can adhere it to the black side of our cutie pie, just right in the center. Add some foam adhesive to the back and set this to the side. Step 6, grab 2 single leaves and 2 sprigs. Using a liquid glue, start to adhere these down as shown. And don't forget these cute little sprigs. Now remove that adhesive backing and adhere this in the center. Right now it does look a little odd that these are all out of place, but we're about to add some more embellishments. And I'm going to skip to step 9, and I've added some double foam on the back of the left-hand side of this cat oval. And I'm going to add some adhesive on the right-hand center side, and this will adhere right or on the left-hand side, center from top and bottom, overlapping the chipboard a bit and our sprigs, but making sure we leave the sentiment and the sprigs still showing. So back to step 7, we are going to be adding a little volume to our die cut flower assortments. So I've put this on just a cardboard box. If you have some foam board or a mouse pad, that will work great as well. And then also if you have a stylus or just an end of a paintbrush or something round like that, and some tweezers, those will also be helpful in this process. But we just want to kind of give these a little more volume. So an easy way to do that is just taking your stylus or the end of your paintbrush or rounded pen edge and start working in circles. I'm just going to kind of go over each of these petals now, and just breaking down those fibers is going to kind of act as a way to help push those up and give them a little more life. I know a lot of you have already done this process with your die cut flowers or your punched out flowers, but if you're new to the DIY paper flower game, just a fun little technique for you that will add some volume and life to your projects. At this point, take the side of your paintbrush or stylus and kind of pinch around your rounded barrel. And then flipping those over after doing one side can also shape those petals even more. So now I'm just going to shape those by pinching each side around this little stylus ball. So now that we've added a little bit of texture and dimension to these pieces, I'm going to adhere my flowers together. So we're creating one larger one that has one of our mid-sized light red flowers, and then we're going to take the smaller one and put that right in the center. And then just to add a little extra color and some more shape, we're going to add this yellow center right there. And I'm just going to use my tweezers to put these in place. And of course, that adhesive will dry clear, so not to worry. Using my tweezers, you can even shape these a little bit more. So that's our first flower. Our second one, we are taking another one of those smaller sized flowers with the holes in the petals, and we are going to off-center this cute little light red flower, and then put this little dark red right in the center. Now we can adhere these to the front of our card. So my smaller one's going to go in that bottom right hand corner of our black popped up element, and the larger one's going to go right next to those green leaves. So you can see everything has now balanced itself out, and we have created a very dimensional, very beautiful card one. Using that same template, you can make another card featuring this cute dog. This paper is our B-side of our Well Groomed, and again we've used Cutie Pie, and layered our flowers, and then have Well Groomed and Cutie Pie on the inside as well. Card 2 features this dapper dog in a tuxedo and a really cute sentiment on the inside. Love changes everything. Step 1 from card 2, we are going to cut 2 pieces from Possum. We're going to cut out one that's 8 inches by 3 1/4 and one that's 7 3/4 by 3 inches. We'll do the same with Attaboy, and that'll be 8 inches by 3 1/4 and 7 3/4 by 3 inches. Adhere them onto each other. Add some foam adhesive onto the back, and then we are going to pop this cutie onto the front of our card. So that's the one that has the red in the background and the black on top. And adhere this one on the inside that's got the black in the background and the red on top. From the hot dog paper, we're going to cut out this Love Changes Everything rectangle and put this on the inside left on an angle. Step 3, from hot dog, we're going to trim out this best friend's rectangle. And then from perfect, we are going to cut out this dog in a tuxedo. He's approximately 1 7/8 of an inch by 2.5. And then if you want to go the extra mile, you can round out those corners as well. I just used a 1/4 of an inch corner rounder to round those out. Add your best friends sideways, about 1/4 of an inch from the black. And then I'm going to layer on my dog in his tuxedo. Next we'll adhere this yellow flower center, a little weighted towards the top, next to our dog in a tuxedo. And our love chipboard is going to go right in the center of that, overlapping over our dog just a bit. So now we are going to shape our flower petals, and so we're going to do it a little bit different this time. I'm just going to go over each of my daisy shaped petals with my stylus to break those down just a bit, and then go back over the center. And then I'm just going to pinch those, so you can do that if you've got some craft tweezers, or you can roll it around something smaller like a paintbrush, or even just pinch them with your fingers. So just using what you have to benefit you. So I'm just kind of rolling those together. So once you have it like that, you can even go in and pinch with your fingers even more now that we've guided those. But you do you and what you like. And then we'll just start to layer these together. So I'm going to do my lightest color on the bottom and stagger those. So you can see it's already coming together beautifully. And then go, I'm going to do another dark one, and then put a light one on the top. So however you want to put them together, there is no wrong way. It's just all about adding dimension and trying something new. But that flower is already looking so gorgeous. Now we're going to take this spiky little flower center and add her to the center. I'm just going to hold that down for just a second while it dries. Now we are going to adhere our green stem in the top left-hand corner, and then take some adhesive and put it in the center of that flower. And there you have it. We have created card number 2, and using that same template, but make it cat, we have a super cute card with our possum paper on the front and the perfect paper in the back. Another layered flower, chipboard, and a nice little sentiment. Positively perfect. Card 3, Best in Show BFF card. Card 3, step 1. From the B side in Best in Show, we are going to cut a piece that measures 3 1/4 by 8 inches and one that's 3 inches by 7 3/4. And then from the B side of Attaboy, we're going to cut one that's going to be 3 1/4 by 8 inches and 3 inches by 7 3/4. Adhere your text on top of your large stripes, and on top of your large Attaboy, here adhere your stripes on the black paw prints. On the front of your card, adhere the text with the words right side up, and then on the inside, we're going to adhere our paw prints right side up and our stripes going vertically. From Hot Dog, cut out this BFF rectangle and adhere it to the inside of your card. And then from your flower assortments, grab 2 of those little butterflies and adhere them inside as well. From your flower assortment, we're going to grab some more green leaves, and with the darker of the green side up, we are going to adhere this in the top left-hand corner. From Friends Forever, trim out this Best in Show rectangle, and this is going to be popped up with some foam adhesives about 1 inch from the top, flush with our stripes on the right-hand side. Another pro tip when creating flowers is to use your own hand as a little foam board, I guess. It'll help curl these petals onto one another when you can kind of create a bowl with your soft hand. So, of course, still do the other steps, but then just add that towards the last if you want a little extra volume. So now let's make some flowers out of these pieces. So I'm going to be creating a medium-sized flower, starting with one of these medium light red curvy petals. I'm going to put, next I'm going to put this yellow flower center, this large yellow flower center, as my second layer. And then my third layer, I will add this cute little maroon. I'm going to add one of the tiniest little curved petal flowers. And I'm going to use my tweezers for this since it's such a small little buddy. So there you have it. We've got that flower created, and it is super cute. Now we'll do our larger flower. So with our larger flower, we have one of these large light red curvy guys. And then on that, we'll put a medium one, just staggering our petals, of course. And another light red one that's just slightly smaller in size. And this one's going to have one of these cute yellow flower centers. Such a cute flower, and there's a lot of dimension, adding some shadow and depth. And now we can add our final embellishments. So I'm going to put my smaller of the 2 flowers up in this top left-hand corner, and then I'll add my larger of the 2 underneath my Best in Show, about in the center from the bottom of that and the bottom of our card. And add our green leaves. Of course, dabbing up any excess adhesive. There it is. And then our last step is to take this BFF chipboard piece, and we are going to tuck that behind our large flower. So now we have created card 3 of the series. And then using that same template, you can see what else you can create. Got Attaboy in the background, Cutie Pie layered on top, Love Changes Everything chipboard, and then inside got an Attaboy cut apart and Attaboy paper from the bottom. And this paper is called Friends Forever, and this came from a hot dog, I believe, as well. And then there's some more butterflies in there. We hope that you've enjoyed creating this Slimline floral card series with us. Of course, we want to see what you created, so go ahead and share your cards on Instagram using our G45 hashtag. And if you're looking for more great card tutorials like this one, or maybe you want to try some off-the-page projects, be sure to check out our YouTube channel and subscribe, and then hit that notification bell so you're alerted every time we post a new, fun, fabulous project like this one. We thank you so much for joining, and as always, happy paper crafting.